You've probably scrolled past those videos where someone transforms Dollar Tree finds into seemingly miraculous plant care solutions that promise to revolutionize your indoor jungle. But here's the real question. Do these budget hacks actually deliver results? Or are they just another wave of clickbait content? I made it my mission to discover the truth. Armed with less than $20, I headed to Dollar Tree and put 10 of the most hyped indoor plant hacks to the ultimate test. The outcome? Some absolutely exceeded my expectations, while others came dangerously close to sabotaging my entire collection. Welcome back to Greenhaven Hacks, your go-to destination on YouTube, where we transform affordable discoveries into gorgeous, practical living environments. Our philosophy here is simple. It's never about spending extravagantly. It's about cultivating intelligently. If you're curious to learn which Dollar Tree innovations genuinely benefit your plants and which ones you should steer clear of like a fungal infection, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive headfirst into this experiment. Hack number 1. The Pebble Humidity Tray. This concept has been dominating every plant lover's feed lately. A basic Dollar Tree tray loaded with pebbles and water, positioned under your houseplants to increase ambient humidity. I snagged a shallow plastic dish and a bag of ornamental rocks, assembled everything, and positioned my calathea and peace lily on top. After just a few days, I observed the foliage wasn't experiencing as much curling, and the potting medium maintained consistent moisture levels between watering sessions. The aesthetic was unexpectedly pleasing too, resembling a miniature wellness sanctuary for my greenery. However, let's be completely honest here. This isn't some revolutionary breakthrough. It won't resolve severe humidity deficiencies in arid households, but it absolutely provides a modest improvement for moisture-loving tropical specimens that struggle with parched air. Considering the investment of merely a few dollars, it's a straightforward, minimal-effort technique that delivers both practicality and visual appeal to your indoor botanical space. Hack number 2. The Shower Curtain Greenhouse. This trending concept suggests you can convert a Dollar Tree shower curtain into a compact indoor greenhouse without purchasing an expensive grow tent. I collected a transparent plastic curtain, some thumbtacks, and adhesive tape, then constructed an improvised enclosure surrounding my plant shelving unit. Within several hours, the internal temperature became noticeably elevated and humidity measurements skyrocketed. My ferns and orchids responded immediately with enthusiasm. Their foliage remained lustrous, and fresh growth emerged within mere days. It felt like providing my plants with their exclusive private retreat situated right in my living space. Naturally, it's not without limitations. The arrangement can appear somewhat improvised, and without proper monitoring, excessive moisture accumulation could potentially trigger mold or fungal development. But if you're battling chronically dry indoor conditions or maintaining tropical varieties that continuously demand elevated humidity, this Dollar Tree shower curtain innovation proves remarkably functional. It represents one of those ingenious, economical approaches that genuinely produces positive outcomes provided you maintain careful attention to equilibrium and adequate air circulation. Hack number 3. Mesh Waste Basket Trellis. This particular hack immediately grabbed my interest because it merges practicality with decorative appeal. The technique involves utilizing a Dollar Tree mesh waste basket as climbing support for vining or trailing plants such as pothos, philodendrons, or string of hearts. I inverted one basket, carefully threaded the vines through the openings, and within days, the plant began naturally coiling itself around the framework. The finished look appeared contemporary, organized, and significantly more sophisticated than its actual cost suggested, like something you'd encounter at an upscale plant boutique. The mesh construction permits unrestricted airflow around the plant, promoting healthier and more vigorous development. What elevates this hack above others is its adaptability. You can apply spray paint to customize the basket matching your interior design, deploy it outdoors for smaller climbing specimens, or even combine two units together for taller vegetation. It provides sufficient structural integrity to accommodate growth while remaining lightweight and effortlessly portable. Among all the Dollar Tree experiments I conducted, this one delivered the biggest surprise. Straightforward, attractive, and authentically beneficial, an absolute victory for anyone seeking to introduce a creative element to their indoor garden without exhausting their wallet. Hack number 4. Dish Drainer Plant Organizer. Initially, this concept seems peculiar, transforming a basic Dollar Tree dish drainer into a plant display stand. But after implementation, I recognized just how brilliant it genuinely is. The metal or plastic framework perfectly accommodates small containers, permitting air circulation surrounding each specimen and eliminating that infamous waterlogged base problem. I positioned several herbs and succulents on the rack, and instantaneously my chaotic windowsill transformed into something organized, pristine, and deliberate. The drainage apertures beneath each compartment also simplify watering procedures without concerns about overflow or moisture entrapment. This hack proves especially valuable for individuals with constrained space or apartment gardeners requiring a compact plant arrangement. It's conveniently transportable, lightweight, and surprisingly robust. Additionally, for enhanced customization, you can apply spray paint in gold, black, or white tones to complement your home's stylistic preferences. For merely a couple of dollars, it constitutes an immediate spatial and aesthetic enhancement. This innovation definitely secured its position on my permanent plant display. Uncomplicated, functional, and unexpectedly sophisticated. Hack number 5. Coffee Filter Drainage Saver. This hack claims to prevent soil from escaping through pot drainage holes while maintaining proper water flow using nothing beyond a Dollar Tree package of coffee filters. I position one filter at each pot's base before introducing soil and transplanting my plants. The initial observation was how immaculate everything remained following watering sessions. No additional messy substrate leaking onto my surfaces or collection trays. The filter permitted water to drain unrestricted while capturing even the tiniest soil particles. My spider plant, which typically creates a soil trail after each watering, remained perfectly clean and content. What I appreciate most about this technique is its pure simplicity. It's an economical and environmentally conscious solution applicable to virtually any indoor plant variety, from succulents to ferns. The coffee filters eventually decompose organically, ensuring they don't compromise root health or drainage capabilities long-term. For something so elementary, it generates a substantial difference in maintaining your indoor garden's tidiness and reducing stress. It represents one of those subtle hacks that quietly simplifies plant maintenance. Once you implement it, you'll absolutely never return to potting without this method. Hack number 6. Makeup Organizer for Succulents. When I initially encountered this hack, I experienced uncertainty whether to find it amusing or intriguing. The concept involves using a transparent acrylic makeup organizer from Dollar Tree as a presentation case for miniature succulents. I purchased one unit, filled each section with appropriate cactus mixture, and carefully positioned my tiny echeverias and haworthias inside. The outcome? Surprisingly spectacular. The see-through design highlighted each plant magnificently, creating the appearance of a deliberately curated artistic installation rather than simply a collection of containers. It introduced a crisp, modern aesthetic to my workspace and immediately became a conversation catalyst. Nevertheless, while it functions excellently as a display element, it's not optimal for extended growth periods since most organizers lack drainage openings. If you apply excessive water even marginally, the root systems can remain submerged in moisture, which succulents categorically detest. The solution is utilizing it for decorative compositions, particularly if you're entertaining or creating content, then relocating the plants back to appropriate containers subsequently. Regarding visual impact, this hack achieves high marks. It's budget-conscious, minimalist, and perfect for anyone desiring to enhance their plant presentation without investing more than a few dollars. Hack number 7. Plastic Spoon Plant Labels. This hack might represent the most straightforward of all entries, yet it's surprisingly practical. Rather than purchasing expensive plant identification tags, I obtained a package of white plastic spoons from Dollar Tree and employed a permanent marker to inscribe my plants' names on the curved sections. I inserted them into the substrate, and suddenly my herb shelf appeared coordinated and tidy. No additional confusion distinguishing basil from oregano, and no more forgetting which succulent is which species. It's such a minor modification, but it introduces a perception of structure and attention to your indoor garden. To enhance the fun factor, I implemented color coding for my spoons according to plant categories. Green designating herbs, blue for foliage specimens, and yellow for flowering varieties. You can even embellish them with decorative stickers or washi tape for personalized touches. They're waterproof, durable, and easily replaceable when you modify your plant collection. It's one of those underappreciated hacks that conserves time, adds character, and costs virtually nothing. Occasionally, the most uncomplicated ideas prove to be the most valuable, and this one definitely earns a permanent position in my gardening practices. Hack number 8. Mop head as moss substitute. This hack sounded absolutely absurd initially. Using a Dollar Tree mop head instead of sphagnum moss for plant propagation, but curiosity ultimately prevailed. I acquired a fresh mop refill, separated several strands, saturated them in water, and wrapped them around some pothose and philodendron cuttings. To my astonishment, the fibers retained moisture exceptionally, precisely like authentic moss. Within 1 week, minuscule white roots started developing, and the cutting maintained healthy hydration. It was shockingly successful for something costing only $1. Obviously, it's not a flawless replacement. You must verify the mop fibers are 100% cotton or rayon and completely free from chemical treatments or fragrances, otherwise they could damage your cuttings. But when implemented correctly, it's an incredibly inexpensive and accessible alternative for anyone who enjoys propagating plants. It's also reusable. Simply rinse, dry, and utilize again. For novice gardeners or those experimenting within budget constraints, this hack demonstrates that you don't require sophisticated materials to achieve excellent results. Sometimes the most unexpected objects transform into secret advantages for plant enthusiasts. Hack number 9. Candle holder propagation station. This innovation instantly introduces a dimension of sophistication to your indoor garden. The concept is straightforward. Repurpose Dollar Tree glass candle holders as water propagation vessels. I selected several tall, narrow glass designs, filled them with purified water, and positioned an assortment of pothose, monstera, and philodendron cuttings inside. The transparent glass facilitated easy observation of root development progressing daily, and the holder's shape maintained the stems upright without toppling incidents. Within 2 weeks, the roots had extended impressively and healthily, transforming my windowsill into a miniature propagation laboratory that appears directly extracted from Pinterest. The elegance of this hack resides in how seamlessly it merges functionality and aesthetic appeal. You can cluster multiple candle holders together for a sophisticated presentation or arrange them along a shelf for a minimalist appearance. Since the glass is easily cleaned and water replacement takes seconds, it's a maintenance-friendly configuration too. For under $5, I established a complete propagation station that resembled a designer home accessory. If you've ever desired to multiply your plant collection while decorating your space simultaneously, this hack is absolutely essential. Hack number 10. Plastic basket hanging planter. For this concluding hack, I decided to evaluate the concept of converting a simple Dollar Tree plastic basket into a suspended planter. I selected a circular basket, lined it with a thin plastic barrier for soil containment, and added some lightweight potting mixture. After planting a cascading ivy, I attached several strands of jute twine to create suspension handles and secured them with firm knots. Once suspended, the transformation was instantaneous. What began as a rudimentary basket became a charming bohemian-style hanging planter that introduced vitality to an unoccupied corner of my living area. It appeared handcrafted, organic, and considerably more expensive than its actual cost. Functionally, it performed better than anticipated. The basket permitted excellent airflow around the root system, and because its plastic construction, it remained sufficiently light to hang securely even following watering. The only consideration is ensuring you create small drainage perforations to prevent saturated soil conditions. It's a creative method to provide your plants with vertical dimension indoors without investing in expensive planters. For less than $1, It's a hack that provides both practicality and style. The perfect conclusion to wrap up this Dollar Tree exploration. After evaluating all 10 viral Dollar Tree indoor plant hacks, I can genuinely confirm that not all economical hacks are gimmicks. Out of the 10 experiments, 6 performed shockingly well and have actually secured a permanent position in my household. The Pebble tray, the mesh waste basket trellis, and the candle holder propagation station were absolute standouts. Several others, including the shower curtain greenhouse and mop head moss, were inconsistent depending on your specific setup. And while some appeared slightly unconventional, the outcomes validated themselves. Healthier plants, more organized setups, and creative solutions that didn't require a fortune. This exploration demonstrated that you don't invariably need expensive equipment to cultivate a flourishing indoor garden. With modest imagination and a visit to Dollar Tree, you can transform ordinary items into tools that genuinely make a difference. Whether you're a beginning gardener or an experienced plant parent, these hacks remind us that the finest gardens develop from creativity, not exclusively from cash. If you appreciated this comprehensive investigation into viral gardening techniques, make certain to smash that like button and subscribe to Green Haven Hacks for additional clever, budget-friendly concepts. Comment below and inform me which Dollar Tree hack surprised you most or propose one you'd like me to evaluate next. Until next time, continue growing, continue experimenting, and remember, your home can become a green haven, regardless of your budget.